here's another piece, and you're really going to like this because you're right up to speed with all of this. You're fine-tuning this. You're right on the brink of these manifestations beginning to flood in. So here's some things that will help you to realize that. Realize meaning manifest. Sometimes we project a thought, and Esther begins to find a word that says it will be revealed to you. But that's not quite the way we want you to hear it, because it's always being revealed to you, but you've got to be in the vicinity to realize it. So it's the turning of your dial. The revelations are happening. We know where you stand in relationship with everything you want, and we know the path of least resistance to get you from where you are to everything you want, and we're talking about the manifestation. So we're constantly revealing the path, but you got to do something so that you realize the path. And what it is you have to be willing to care about how you feel and not step where it doesn't feel good. So there's some new things that we've been talking about recently that have really helped Esther, really helped a lot of people who are focusing with them. So just follow this train of thought just a little bit. You're right there. Law of attraction and momentum, same subject. Yeah? Trajectory, really good word. Trajectory meaning the thoughts that I have been thinking have carved out a vibrational path on both wanted and unwanted. Yes? Beliefs matter. You were source energy before you were born into this body and still are. So there is a source energy trajectory that is the path that everybody's talking about all the time. Want to find my path, want to find my path. We want you to too. The trajectory, the source energy. But it's not just what source wants in some disconnected fashion from some not really paying attention to who you are. It's this trajectory of all that you've become and all that you've added to it. What you thought about yesterday that you added to that trajectory matters too. So there is a trajectory, there is a path that the source within you is so powerfully focused upon that when you get in the vicinity of alignment, you feel it, you know it, and nothing can keep you from it. Esther began discovering that when we said the words, don't go looking for your path. Prepare yourself vibrationally so that it can appear beneath your feet. Feel the difference in that? Your work is to create a vibrational atmosphere or mood that puts you in a place of realization, because your path is all around you. There are 20 or 30 or 40 viable paths to everything that you want around you all the time. And when you're in that vibrational vicinity, just lights right up. And nothing could keep you from it. You feel so certain about it. If you could understand, and we want you to, and we'll use every word that Esther can find in her vocabulary to help you to understand it more, although we have to say to you, a disclaimer here, words don't teach. It's only life experience. But sometimes we say things that then your life confirms. So there is this point of attraction that is you, this mood or atmosphere that is you. And if you will give your undivided attention to the job of feeling good, of having a good mood, then you will be standing in that place of revelation where you will realize more and more and more and more that your path is right there, and then it's right there, and then it's right there, and then it's right there. It won't stand still. It never does. It's more, because source is flowing and demonstrating with you and to you and through you. So there are two things you can do to slow momentum. Many more than that, really, but two things that really work well. One is go to sleep. That stops momentum. Don't sleep all day, just occasionally. And the other is you can meditate. When you meditate, you quiet your mind. When you quiet your mind, you stop thought. When you stop thought, you stop momentum. Gives you an opportunity to come into alignment with who you are. And there is one more very important thing that we want to say to you. You are source energy in these physical bodies. Do you know that? There is a trajectory, there is a momentum of well-being that is very powerful, that without knowing it, you've been practicing hindering with contradictory thought. So when you meditate, what happens is you quiet your mind, and your natural trajectory, your natural momentum then can have more effect in your experience. It's like, imagine a cork bobbing on the surface of the water. That's pure positive energy. That's absence of resistance in this analogy. Now you can hold that cork under the water. I don't have enough money, or I'm really mad at that guy, or that person did something inappropriate, or I don't like the way you spoke to me, or I don't like the way that came down, or I don't like what's happening in government, or I don't like what's happening, or I don't like what my children are doing, or. You can hold that cork under the water in disapproval of something, in negative attention to something. But when you are distracted from that subject, like in slumber or meditation or appreciation, you let go of the cork and it bobs right back to the surface where you naturally belong. So what we're wanting to say to you is that while you do, everyone does, you have some beliefs that are not serving you. The source within you knows who you really are and what you really want. In other words, all day, every day, as you sift through the contrast of your experience, you are launching these rockets of desire. I don't want to be rude. I want to be kind. I don't want others to be rude. I want others to be kind. I don't want to not have enough of this. I want to live in prosperity of health and dollars and so forth. So as you've been launching these rockets of desire, these vibrations have emanated from you and have added to this vortex of creation that you were when you were born, that pure positive energy, all-knowing, powerful, worthy being that you are. When you made the decision to come into this body, you didn't come to fix things that were broken. You know there were not any broken things. You came for the joyous experience of joyful expansion. And so there was a trajectory, there was momentum. We call that your vortex. It's this vibrational reality that has the potential of manifesting, but you have to, in your conscious awareness, be in a vibrational place that is in harmony with what's in this vortex. So some of you have been listening to us for a while, yes? And you've been hearing us talking about law of attraction and how powerful it is, and how there's no exclusion. And even though there's a war against drugs and a war against cancer and a war against teenage pregnancy and a war against and a war against and a war against, a war against poverty, a war against, the war against terrorism, a war against, all of those things are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Not one of those wars against anything is making anything smaller, because there is no exclusion. You cannot push it away. You only bring more of it to you, you see. And so the key to the happily ever after that you're wanting, the key is to clean up your focus. But you can't just all of a sudden stop thinking something that you've been thinking, because the law of attraction is bringing thoughts to you like the ones that are most active. So you've got to find ways of deactivating what you don't want by going general, and activating more and more what you do want, becoming more and more specific. You see what we're getting at? If you find yourself in the middle of a conversation about something that you do not want, stop talking about it as soon as you can. That helps. And in time, you'll stop talking about it, you'll stop thinking about it, you'll stop attracting it, you'll stop being part of that. Your point of attraction will shift. It's my job to use the power of my focus to focus myself into a vibrational state of being where I can, now, you see, we're going further than we've ever gone before in a discussion ever. Turning thoughts to things. I'm finding a way to achieve a vibrational mood or atmosphere, because I care about how I feel, first and foremost. And in doing so, in the absence of resistance, my vibration raises to the frequency of the source within me who knows all that I've become and leads me directly to it. That's how things come out of thoughts. In other words, they're not being shipped in from other planets. It's not about somebody else gathering it up and handing some of it to you. It's about you allowing yourself a vibrational frequency that helps you to realize. You've all had the experience. Happens to Esther on a pretty regular basis. There's something that she's looking for and she can't remember where it is. She's spread out all over a lot of places. And so she will focus on it and she'll try to remember where it is. Try to remember, where did I put that? When did I last use it? But then she'll just relax and remember Somebody knows where it is. The source within her knows where it is. But you can't find something that's lost. Because when you perceive that it's lost, you cut yourself off. You create an atmosphere or mood that doesn't give you the revelation, that doesn't let you realize where it is. It's exactly the same thing. So she'll just relax and she'll say, oh, Abraham knows where it is. And within a minute or two, she's got her hands on it. But we didn't say to her, she wasn't in a place where she could hear us say, it's over there, or it's in that room, or it's under that. It's that, oh, I think I'll go in there for this other reason. And oh, I think I'll go over there for this other reason. She's always on her way to something else that was easy for us to lead her to, because it's not easy to lead her to what's lost. So that's why we love you so much. Your paths are so convoluted. You could be led directly to what you want, but you're so sure you can't have what you want that we have to take you around and around and around and around. Oh, you believe that, or 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 you believe that. Oh, looky there. Oh, looky there. Who knew? We knew. Esther says that on a pretty regular basis. Who knew? And then she hears us say, we knew. We knew. We knew. And you can know too. So here's your assignment. We never give assignments, but here they are. Lighten up. Stop worrying about everything. Be nice to yourself. Esther started a process and it served her so well because she really felt something powerful when we began talking about unconditional love. So something would happen in business or with friends or with family or in her personal experience in some other way, some condition that wasn't the way she wanted it to be. So she wrote the condition on the top of the page. This condition sucks. And then she would ask herself the question, if this condition were resolved, or if it were not like it is, how would I feel? And she began writing a few words. Well, I would feel sure, and I would feel better, and I would feel clear. And then she began realizing that what we were saying to her is, while she does not have the power in this moment to change that condition, she does have the power to demonstrate in her own experience those emotions. And after a few hundred times of identifying a condition that she was blaming for how she felt, and then just by writing the word fun, clarity, love, freedom, exhilaration, just writing those general aligning words, she was discovering the emotions that she thought she needed the condition to change in order to accomplish without the condition changing at all. Unconditional alignment. That's freedom. Humans worry, oh, Abraham, you're just teaching us to put up with stuff we don't like. Yeah. But not put up with it. Allow your vibration to be neutral, to be not pushing against it, to be ripe and ready for the inspiration. Because all those things that you want, all that stuff, and we know you don't just mean stuff, you mean conditions and you mean all of that, but all of it, you want it because you believe you would feel better in the having of it. And we want you to show yourself that you can feel better without the having of it, and then you have it. That is just the trickiest thing. Esther argued with us about that for about 5 years. You guys should have set that up better. Are you saying to me that if I really want something, that my desire for something that I don't have is going to prevent me from it, and I have to just kind of chill out and not try so hard? And we say, yeah. You have to find a way not to have active within you your awareness of its absence. Because when your awareness of its absence is the most active vibration you've got, you can never receive the revelation or realization. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can explain. And we want you to know that these thoughts have never been before until